10 of the hottest books on the planet. It's time to talk trending comics again. Go grab your vibe juice. Meet me back here in the comic room. I left the door open. Come on in, sit down, kick your shoes off, relax a little, and let's enjoy the hobby. I'll see you back here in a second. What's up, everybody? Welcome back from Terrificon to the Terrific 10. It's time for your top 10 trending comics of the week. It's Keep It Comics. I'm your host, C3. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Diving right into the list, at number 10, we want to talk about Silver Surfer, issue number 18. All right, everybody, check it out. So now that we've got Shia LaBeouf on the big screen, the community is definitely gearing up because at some point they feel that they're going to see Norman Rad as Silver Surfer in the future. So this book is up right now, 25%, with an average price for the raw copy being $34. Average price for the graded copy is $169. We had an all-time high that took place for $6,600, and that was for a CGC 9.8 that took place in 2022. We got 9/8 listed by Go Collect for fair market value at $5,250. The 9.6s are listed at $1,300. Your 9.4s are listed at $600. $475 for the 9.2 and $325 for the 9.0. I guess it's safe to say that Fantastic Four has finally given us what we've wanted in our Galactus Silver Surfer adaptation of the characters, right? So this book is definitely on the move, so check it out. And I too am anticipating that we will see Norman Rad at some point. All right, so the Silver Surfer, issue number 18, it's moving on the market. If you need it, it may be time that you can pull the trigger. All right, if you catch any of these books out at Terrificon and you can get them for a good price, it's definitely one that you might want to take advantage of. On the list at number 9, talk Batman, issue number 92. This is Golden Era on the list right now. This is a book that's going to be hard to find in a 9.8. It's the first appearance of Ace, the Bat Hound, right? So we've got one 9.4 on the census. You have a 9.0 that last sold for $1,048 in 2013. Has the 8.5 listed at $17,000. Now, that's $200 more than the all-time high. So after a little bit more digging, I realized that the last recorded sale for this book was $9,900. That was for CGC 9.0. The average price for raw copy right now is just $600. Average price for the graded copy is $1,147. All right, this book has an all-time high of $16,800, and that's for an 8.5. But fair market value has the 8.5 listed for $10,500. It also has the 7.5 listed at $6,000, and the 7.0 is listed at $3,700 according to fair market value. So, iconic Golden Era book, first appearance of Ace, the Bat Hound, Batman, issue number 92 is moving on the market. So if you're a serious collector and this is a book you want to add to your collection, now may be a perfect opportunity for you to pull that trigger. On the list at number 8, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about this iconic book also, but I'm not going to get into the argument back and forth of which is which. But we have to highlight the Incredible Hulk. This is issue number 180. This is the first cameo appearance of Wolverine. Yes, guys, I'm absolutely certain that some of the dealers at Terrificon will have this up on their wall. And if you can find this for a good price, it may be one you want to take a stab at. I'm going to give you some up-to-date numbers, and maybe then you can engage one of the sellers and get it down to a price where you think it may be affordable to add to your collection. Let's talk last recorded sale. The last recorded sale for this book in a 9.8 was $15,000, right? This book is up right now. 5% increase in sales, but nonetheless, it's still worth going after. The average price for a raw copy is $248. So if you see it in a raw copy and they're asking $500, $600, $700, pay attention to the condition of the book, because you may be able to get that price down considerably. Now, one of my con trade secrets is I never like to buy at the beginning of the con. I normally wait, keep my eye on books, and I wait until the opportune time, normally when the con is getting ready to shut down for the day or even for the event, right? And that's an opportunity that I use to make the seller an offer that they just can't refuse, because I don't believe any seller wants to leave the con with their books, all right? So again, the average price for the raw copy, $248. The average price for a graded copy, depending on the grade, will run you roughly about $804, right? We've had an all-time high for this book that took place back in 2021, where CGC 9.8 sold for $40,800. All right, so if you happen to see a 9.8 and you have access to that type of capital, I mean, just be careful of how you negotiate that, right? But here's some more numbers you want to maybe want to hold close to your chest. Fair market value has the 9.8 listed for $15,000 right now. The 9.6s are listed for $4,800. You're gonna get the 9.4 for $2,800. The 9.2s are listed at $2,050, and $1,250 is considered a steal for the 9.0. All right, so we've got Bronze Age goodness making the list. Iconic Incredible Hulk issue number 180, first cameo appearance of the Wolverine. If you're walking around the con, keep your eye out on this book. If you think it's one you need to add to your collection, you know, be very careful, be very strategic, and know your pricing, all right? Know the condition of the book and know the pricing. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, number 7 on the list. Let's talk another must-have comic book for your collection if you're serious about what you do. Let's talk Giant Size X-Men issue number 1. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first Colossus, Nightcrawler, Storm, and the Thunderbird. Now here's what I know. After Marvel hired the writer Michael Leslie, this book started seeing a slight boost in sales, all right? And with Jake Schreier as the director, we could see some pretty famous people portraying these roles on the big screen. So I think that's what's attributing to the boost in sales that I'm seeing in the aftermarket, right? The average price for the raw copy right now is $1,326. The average price for the graded copy is $3,180. We had an all-time high for CGC 9.9. This took place back in 2024. The 9.9 is the golden egg in this particular book. All-time high of $170,000, all right? And with the success of that Fantastic Four film, I'm fairly sure that, you know, we're about to get the X-Men project that Feige and Marvel has been working on for quite some time, and we're about to see it blow up on the big screen. I think the fans are primed and ready to get the X-Men on the big screen like we've never seen them before. So, Giant Size X-Men, issue number 1, iconic book, iconic characters, you can't go wrong. Here are your numbers. Choose your poison carefully. Wait for the right opportunity to strike. All right? On the list at number 6, guys. Let's talk Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 10. Yes, guys. This is a fun book for me, and I had to add it to the list because I know it's out there. If you guys are at Terrificon and you see this book, you may want to consider it, particularly if you're a Spider-Man fan. With all the spiders that have come into the universe, right? This is one that has been getting a lot of attention. This is first appearance of Spider-Punk Hobie Brown. Absolutely. Listen, fan favorite. Getting a very decent following for this new Spider, right? The fans really like this alternate universe version of Spider-Man. The average price for this book is $43. This book is up a 4% increase in sales so far, and I think it's going to continue to go up the more that this book is pushed and pushed and pushed, right? So average price for a graded copy is $170. Now, we've had a total of 1,411 sales for this book so far, right? With the all-time high taking place back in 2021, where CGC 9.8 sold for $450, which is not a bad price to pay for a new character, right? It's getting a good push. Spider-Verse characters are worth specking on, and I think Spider-Punk is definitely one that we can start paying attention to. Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 10. This is the first appearance of Spider-Punk. Keep your eye out on it so you don't want to lose out. All right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the halfway mark, so allow me to do what I always do at this time, which is stop, catch my breath, and take this as an opportunity to thank each and every one of you for stopping by, checking out the channel. If this is your first time seeing the channel, please consider subscribing. You know, it'll really help us out. It'll push us out there to the larger portion of the community as we continue to grow the channel. You can also support the channel by joining our Patreon. Donations are welcome, and it'll all go towards enhancing your experience here at Keep It Comics, all right? It's always good vibes. Check your nonsense at the door. We're only here for the love of the hobby. Anything else, you can go hang out on the other channels. Got my Green Lantern glass. I'm psyched. Superman was a hit. Fantastic Four appears to be a hit. It's a good year for movies. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It's always a great time for comic books. And this is Keep It Comics. I'm your host, C3, and I thank you. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. On the list at number 5, this is Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars, issue number 8. This is the direct edition. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, the origin of the alien symbiote that becomes Spider-Man black suit and then later becomes Venom. This book is up 5.5% right now. Average price for the raw copy, $170. Secret Wars is a book that we've been specking on for eons, right? This book continues to go up, come down. We've seen it all over the place, but this book will never go away. Secret Wars is it has the staying power that the average book does not have, right? Now, average price for a graded copy of this book right now is $493. With 10,132 total sales up to date, we have an all-time high that took place for a CGC 9.9 in 2021, where that book sold for $16,800. Wow, $16,800. I would love to get my hands on a CGC 9.9. If you are the individual holding on to one of those 9.9s, please comment down below. Let me know. Say what's up. I would love to know, what does it feel like to have a 9.9? I don't have a 9.9 in my collection anywhere. So I would love to know what that feels like. All right. Last recorded sale for this book was $175, and that was for a raw copy. But fair market value has it resting just below at $170 for a raw copy in very fine condition. So, Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars, issue number 8, the direct edition, it's moving once again, ladies and gentlemen. And I know it has a lot to do with the fact that we got the God Doom War, Secret Wars, and all of that coming. So we got to pay attention because this book is going to continue to increase in value. All right. On the list at number 4, guys, let's talk about this book it hit the list for the second week in a row. This is West Coast Avengers, issue number 35, the direct edition. Yes. Now, just to recap from the last video, I do have this book in my collection, but I also ordered myself 2 more copies. Yes, guys, I ordered 2 more copies. I know, but with all the, all the hype and all the speculation, I wanted to get another one in there because I am a big Doom fan. If you look around me, you see I got plenty of Doom covers. Actually, one of my favorite Doom covers, I'll put it up on the screen. It's that Bill Sienkiewicz, Fantastic Four issue #1. I love that cover. The artwork is just masterfully done, and it depicts Doom in a light that I can just see him contemplating his next move. I love that cover. But listen, this book is right now doing extremely well on the market. And the reason this book is hot is because RDJ posted something on social media, and he had this book in the background, which sent the community in an absolute feeding frenzy, right? So the average price for this book right now is $26. Now remember, this book used to be a dollar bin book, right? But now it's up. And so its average price is $26. Average price for the graded copy is $361, with an all-time high for a 9.8 being $499. So we're just gonna go ahead and round that up and say $500, right? $500 was the all-time high. So fair market value has it listed at $26 for the raw copy in very fine condition, all right? So this is one of those dollar bin books that's now going for upwards of $30. So if you see it out there, I wouldn't say jump out the window for it. I paid roughly about $20 to $22 for mine. With, you say shipping and handling, you're looking at about $26, $27 for both books. So, and I even got a free book to go along with it. So you can't beat that, right? But don't go crazy for it. But if this is a book you want to add to your collection, if you're a Doom fan, like I'm a Doom fan, you may want to get a couple copies. So just be careful what you do, and don't jump out of the airplane without a parachute. All right, West Coast Avengers issue #35, ladies and gentlemen. It's moving on the market, and it may be ready for you to pull the trigger. All right, guys, we got some Silver Age goodness on the list. On the list at #3, this is Journey into Mystery, issue #83. This is the origin and the first appearance of Thor, Dr. Don Blake. Yes. First of all, I want to express to you guys how much I miss this version of Thor, the original Thor, Dr. Don Blake. Remember how Doc used to slam his cane on the concrete and transform into Thor? I miss that. Right? We have this new Thor, which I'm cool with. I like him. He's portrayed perfect on the big screen, but I just miss those old attributes from the original character that I grew up with, right? But nonetheless, this book is hot right now. That's why it's on the list, because you guys are talking about it. You guys are purchasing these books. So this is the origin and the first appearance of Thor, Dr. Don Blake, and the last recorded sale for this book was $28,800, and that was for a CGC 7.5. Average price for the raw copy right now is $1,183. Your average price for the graded copy is going to run you $6,600. All right? Now, and after some more digging, I learned that there's one 9.6 on the census, and fair market value has the 9.4 listed for $350,000. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, $350,000 for the 9.4. 9.2s are listed for $170,000, and the 9.0s are listed for $80,000. 681 total sales so far, with an all-time high taking place back in 2022, where the 9.4 sold for $432,000. All right, so if you're at Terrificon and you see a book like Journey into Mystery issue #83, these are the numbers that you want to hold close to your chest and may add potential firepower to how you may negotiate your price for this book. These are accurate prices. They're up to date. You can check the market for yourself. Fair market value has this book listed at $1,183 for a raw copy and fair to poor condition. So if the book you're looking at is in the condition that you feel that you want to add to your collection, these are some numbers that you may be able to use to get that price to where you think it's definitely affordable to make the purchase. All right, so keep an eye on Journey into Mystery, issue number 83. The comic book is ready, the numbers are real, and the opportunity is there. All right, so definitely keep your eye out on it, and definitely be careful. On the list at number 2, let's talk Miss Marvel, issue number 9. This is the 30-cent cover. Listen, I gotta be honest with you, comic book community. I thought we were done with Miss Marvel comics. I thought we were done with Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers comics. I thought we were done. I thought we were on Camilla Khan, and I thought we were done. But look, the comic book community has spoken. This is the first appearance of Deathbird, right? I gotta check my collection and see where I have this Deathbird comic at, because it's been a long time since I've even gone in that section of my collection. But this book is up right now 125%, right? 125% increase in sales, with the average price for a copy, for a raw copy, being $15. Average price for a graded copy of this book, $263. We've had an all-time high that took place in 2022, where CGC 9.8 sold for $607. 801 total sales for this book so far, but fair market value has it listed at $12 for a raw copy in fine condition. And like I said, I honestly thought we were done with Miss Marvel, and I never gave my Miss Marvel collection a second look. I was actually thinking about just giving the entire Miss Marvel section of my collection over to my niece, because she's a big Miss Marvel fan. So, and I think I'm still going to do that. So I'm just going to move that on over to her and let her continue to grow her little collection as well. All right. But nonetheless, Miss Marvel issue number 9, that 30-cent cover is on the move. I'm just being honest. I'm just not a big Miss Marvel fan. So I just want to be honest with you. But it's on the list. You guys made it hot, so I have to report about it. All right? It's only fair. I have to be fair. All right? And speaking of being fair, listen, if you guys like the show, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think about the list of comics. You like them, you hate them, it's all good. Let's chop it up in the comment section. All right? Now, it's time for us to talk about the number 1 hottest comic book on the planet. So if you're walking up and down those aisles at Terrificon and you happen to get a glimpse of Invincible issue number 1, the Gabrielle Piccolo variant, definitely check it out, because it's hot. This book reprints the first appearance of Invincible and a whole bunch of other characters, all right? And it's up 380%. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's up 380%. Average price for the raw copy is going to be just $4. So this is a book that you don't have to go crazy on. We don't have a lot of graded information on this book just yet, because it's a new variant, right? But we know the cons normally carry those variances, and you can get your hands on them. All you have to do is a little digging in the box, all right? Last recorded sale for this book was $182, with the all-time high being the same number, $182, right? And that was for a raw copy. So if you see it there and it's in near mint condition, you know not to go too crazy for it. It hasn't really increased that much that you should be paying $200-300 for it. Maybe you can get that price down a little bit. All right. So, and now here's another book that I just had to highlight. They're continuing to flush out this universe, right? So we just got the Battle Beast bags, and everybody's going crazy over those as well. So let's keep your eye out on this particular genre, because it's growing and it's doing numbers on the market. Okay? Invincible issue number 1, the Gabrielle Piccolo variant. This one is definitely moving. You may want to add it to your collection. It may be a good time for you to pull the trigger. Boom! And it's there. Add it to your collection. All right? It's good vibes only. I'm your boy C3. From Terrificon to the Terrific 10. You know what it is.